What is up, everyone? I want to make a little bit of a different video. I want to make a video just kind of talking about my trading style, just run through my thought process. I've been talking to our members on the Discord. They said they kind of wanted me to take a look at Ethereum and REN, and I'm gonna do that and just kind of talk about how I would trade it. So before I delve into that, I just want to preface, I'm not telling you what to do, guys. This video is not intended for you to follow this trade or do what I'm doing. My intention in making this video is that you take what I look at, my thought process, and hopefully you use that to inform your thought process. Maybe do some research, that kind of thing. Definitely don't take this whatever I might do, whatever I might discuss. Not financial advice. I haven't even taken a look at these coins yet. I literally just want to make a video running through my thought process, talk about how I kind of go about taking trades, specifically scalps. So guys, if you like the sound of that, please like, subscribe, comment, and share, and hit that bell icon to be notified of new uploads. So let's delve into this. So guys, whenever I take a look at a coin that I'm potentially thinking about trading, for one, I'll take a look either at screeners to see if a coin looks interesting, or even just Bitcoin and Ethereum. Having a coin that you kind of understand the way it moves and you're familiar with. I even sometimes even just like trading Bitcoin and Ethereum, regardless of really where it's at, because I'm kind of familiar with it. But screeners are a great tool as well. I'm trying to incorporate more as well, token metrics, kind of like their weekly and daily indices, their trader ratings, all that stuff. So there's a few ways to go about finding a coin to trade. Screeners is probably one of them for you people who don't really have access to those other things I mentioned. So guys, assuming it was REN, what I kind of like to do is look at like the weekly, really the daily first. Like I do look at the weekly, but I kind of know, I'm familiar with what these coins look like. So really, I just take a look at the daily, then like the 12-hour, then the 6-hour, then the 4-hour, then the 1 hour, half hour, 15, 5, 1, and just to get a sense of what it kind of looks like, right? So starting off on REN here, REN is very interesting. One thing I've noticed, which I actually had drawn from a while ago, I drew this from a video a couple days ago, this descending triangle, and it's very interesting to see kind of how we're reacting off it based off like the 6-hour here, with that body close above it. You can see that like here too, that price is reacting off this. It's almost like I kind of know what I'm talking about or something, right? So here as well. Anyways, guys, point being, so looking at the 6-hour here, I think we're kind of in this descending triangle. Price reacted here, here, here. So we're basically near an apex. So yeah, and we're likely to break out, within the next day here. So there's a few ways I could approach this in terms of a trade. I could either swing trade this or scalp it. Scalp being like very short term, 1 minute trade, 5-minute trade, just very quick in and out kind of thing. And to be honest, I would kind of bias scalps rather than swings at this point, because with Ethereum and Bitcoin being in such like precarious places right now, they're both in kind of apexes. I'll do some TA on Ethereum, kind of talk about how I would trade this. But Bitcoin and Ethereum look very similar right now. They're both near an apex as well. Bitcoin dominance is near an apex as well. So we're at very critical places in terms of like the macro market. So having a swing trade right now, in my opinion, is like more risky than normal because macro trends aren't as certain for the moment. So I would buy scalps. Now biasing a scalp here. Okay, so let's before I zoom into further time frames, looking at the daily here for REN. Right off the bat, market side from momentum waves going down, MACD going down, stochastic going down, RSI going down, volume down, which makes sense. We're in a downtrend, right? But we may be right up against what could be considered critical support here. So now let's zoom in a bit more and try to understand a bit more what might be happening here. So very interesting. I wonder if there's even a better place to draw this descending triangle. I think here would be a better place, to be honest. Yeah, I might do that. I think here makes sense. As well, the 200 EMA on the 6-hour is right there, so I think that makes more sense, to be honest. Yeah, I just want to make sure I'm drawing this correctly. So as well, when I'm drawing like this descending ascending triangles, I take the peaks of like the first two peaks and then extend that whatever way that goes. And then I would even draw another base right there. So I know that if we break down from this here, we're fully broken down from this pattern. Like there's no more kind of support to consider this a descending triangle. I mean, I guess you could say support is here as well. But if we break down from, yeah, if we break down from here, I would consider this a breakdown from the descending triangle. Yeah. Yeah, because there's only that one peak down. So, really, I think this level right here is like the most valid base for the descending triangle, because we reacted off this level here in the 200 EMA is right there. So that's where I'm going to place my base. Now, if we break down from this, this will kind of tell me like, okay, then we're more likely to continue downtrending kind of thing. So, you know, this is 6 hours seeing, if we're just looking at this pattern here, okay, based off the VPVR, there's a lot of volume being traded here. Another thing too, guys, that I'm not going to show here because I'm not logged into my exchange, is the order book. In order to trade successfully, in my opinion, you and Messin will be happy in bringing this up. Taking a look at the order book and where sell walls and buy walls are is extremely important, especially when you're like short-term scalping. The order books are very important to look at. So let's zoom in a bit further here and see if we can find anything more interesting. Okay, so see, another thing to notice, by the way, guys, I'm going through these time frames, try and realize what the important support and resistances are to see if I can try and find a range that I can trade off, right? So looking at the 4 hour here, we're finding support at the 100 EMA, and we're finding resistance at the 50 and 20 EMA on the 4 hour. So assuming we could find, let's say I could be led to believe that we might find support here, go for one leg up, perhaps get rejected, something like that. This could potentially be a good scalp if indeed we could find support here and make a little bit of a leg up. Oh my god, nearly a 4% move. That's amazing for a scalp. Now, maybe I'd only catch a little portion of this movement, but let's take a look here at the 4 hour, see if we notice anything. Okay, the 4 hour is looking interesting because momentum wave's going up. Histogram in MACD, yes, it's kind of ticking up. It's kind of flattening out, telling me we could potentially have a move up here, especially with that stochastic moving up like that. RSI making kind of in an uptrend. I think I would say the RSI. Okay, this is gonna be a longer video. Now, interestingly, if the RSI can break out of this kind of trend here, that would be very telling on the 4 hour. If we could break above from this thing, I'd say we'd like retest the upper extremities of this descending triangle here. So let's zoom in. Let's go to the 1 hour. Okay, so like what I would do here, we might have a little bit more room to go down. Let's say we find support here. I mean, just based off the 1 hour, we're gonna zoom in some more here. I mean, I think we could go up like 4% before we find resistance based off our EMAs. I mean, price action is also here, so we could just go down, or sorry, let's assume this is the recovery point. We could just go up to like here. You know, price action is clearly reacting off the 36.6 here. Another thing, the candle closings as well. Those candles closings, understanding the candle patterns and what they mean are very telling. For example, if this candle closes and makes a similar shape as this candle is signaling a potential reversal point. Okay, and I'm trying to see if I can draw like a wedge here in the short term. Let's see if I can. Let's see if I can find one that makes sense. Nah, that one's acting as resistance. Hold on. Does that make sense? Yeah, it's acting as resistance. No, I don't think that's helpful to look at. I want to see, my point is, I want to see if we can make like a higher low here. Because we may be forming like a more micro wedge like this, and we go up, perhaps like get rejected off our EMA here. So we'll have to see how this closes. Let's take a look at the 1 hour indicators. Also, again, a bunch of volume above us, expecting resistance over here. Like look at all these EMAs and volume above us. We might indeed go up, but expect resistance here. I would at least. Ooh, okay. Hourly does not want to go up. Had an attempt here. Bearish divergence in the momentum waves. Stochastic doesn't want to go up. Yeah. Ooh, okay. So one thing I've noticed by kind of zooming in more on the RSI is that the 40 is a critical level of support. If we break down below the 40, I think this micro wedge would be like invalid, and we break down further. Very interesting. So for us to like consider kind of a leg up here, the 40, 41 needs to hold as support for the RSI. When the stochastic wants to go up and it doesn't, and kind of pulls back halfway here, this is kind of telling you prices want to go up. Yeah, money flows in the red. Let's zoom in here some more. 15 minutes, see if we can see anything interesting. Oh. So yeah, this wedge may be invalid because we didn't. This isn't really. And I'm not confident. I don't like that wedge. Let's see. Yeah, we're breaking down further. Let's take a look at our indicators. Increasing sell volume. Well, look how low the volume is. Any spike in volume is going to be very telling. Okay, okay, so my wedge might be potentially very... See, the 15 just got interesting. Because the momentum waves looks like it wants to have a bullish crossover. MACD looks like it could go up. It's really the stochastic that got me all excited here. Because this stochastic really seems like it wants to have a leg up here. Same with RSI. We'll see. Check the 5 minute. Guys, this might just be just a REN video. I might do the Ethereum one after because this is already pretty long as it is. I mean, I know the OGs don't mind if you're actually really interested in kind of understanding like a trading or scalping thought process, but the vast majority of people, you know, aren't going to listen to a super long video. I mean, they're probably already gone. If you're still here, you're dope. Just know that about yourself. Oh, okay. So see, the 5 minute is this? Yes, this is the 5 minute. Is increasingly interesting because we're getting bullish divergence in the momentum waves. Although the money flow still isn't looking good. VWAP's looking like it wants to go down. MACD could go up. Stochastic could go up. RSI could go up. Ooh, look at these candlesticks, guys. Long wicks to the upside. It's like trying to go up, but it doesn't want to. And it also doesn't want to break down. We're finding support at like the 35.4 here. It doesn't want to break down. This is very interesting. This could also be like a bear flag where we go down, consolidate sideways, go down the length of the down movement here. We'll see. You know what this could be too? I wonder if we're in like more of a micro descending triangle here. This could be the situation as well. Now, in terms of, because I'm trying to figure out if I want to long or short this. Like, I'm trying to see if there's a pattern that's breaking down or if we're ready to bounce up. 5 minute. 5 minute looks like it could go up. Let's take a look at the one. Ooh, we're getting rejected off our EMA. So something I'm considering right off the bat here is if we can start to break above the 50 EMA on the 1 minute and close above, because we can clearly see how every time we got it, we wanted to get break above, we got rejected here and here. So if we can close above, that's telling me, oh, that movement upwards different. That might be a change in trend. We're really, so something I could do as a trade, guys. And again, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just explaining my thought process. Is I could enter a long just here, set a super tight stop loss like right below here, and that way, if we do indeed break down, it's a very small loss. But if we break up, target maybe like the top of these wicks here for like a risk reward ratio of like 3, which is good. Another thing, guys, when trading, you want to have a high risk to reward ratio, meaning you want to be able to gain more than you're risking, kind of thing. I hope that makes sense. So, and again, the 1 minute is looking interesting. It looks like we want to go up. Momentum waves, money flow, MACD, not so much as a stochastic. This is very indeterminate. I wouldn't trade this. wedge on the RSI. So one thing I could do. Another thing too, guys, like even, you know, I know I just said, oh, I wouldn't trade this, and if you're like, oh, then why am I listening? Well, it's also, you know, I'm not saying I 100% wouldn't trade this. I just want to see more of a confluence of reasons. I want to be like very clear. The more reasons you have to be certain on something, the better. So something I'm noticing here. So another thing too, I could trade this breakout, right? So we're kind of in like a very micro descending triangle here. I could wait to just see what way this breaks out. Whatever way this breaks out, just trade that. Because I don't think it's really worthwhile trying to scalp this thing in the middle here when we're getting like lower highs but maintaining the lows. We're clearly near a breakout point. So trying to trade like at this tiny little movement near an apex is like not the most worthwhile thing in my opinion. I really would want to see which way this breaks out. Because let's say we break out bullishly, we could be going up to retest, you know, like the higher extremities of this descending triangle. And if we break down, we could be going down to like retest like these lows or something. So I think this could be a bear flag. We are in like a downtrend here, so we could definitely break down. I think I'd want to see, yeah, I'd want to see what way this breaks out if I were to trade this. I'm trying to see what else I can mention, because I want to see if we do indeed break out. There could be like 15 minutes here before we break out, 10 minutes. So guys, I really do hope you've learned a few things off this video. At the very least, I hope you take some of the things I've mentioned, perhaps do more research, you know, into it on your own. Even though I've kind of said I wouldn't take a trade right now, that doesn't mean that this video, I still think this video is worthwhile, because you can take a look at a chart and say you don't want to trade that. Like, that's perfectly valid. You know, just because you know, like saying, oh, I don't like the way this looks just quite yet, I want to wait to like you know, see if you know, there's more of a clear pattern forming and more confluence of reasons. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, that's exactly what you want to be doing, right? So guys, if you're interested in learning more about trading, check out our Discord group. In the resources section, there are some resources where you can learn technical analysis, some free ones as well. So guys, make sure you check that out. Link down in the description below. Give us a follow on our Twitter, our Rarible store. That helps us, really helps to support us, our Rarible store. Even consider purchasing an NFT if you want to support us. Links for all that down in the description below. You see how we're getting rejected right here? It's almost like this descending triangle is valid and we know what we're talking about. Ooh, bullish breakout. Interesting. Interesting. Money flow's going up. MACD's going up. Stochastic. So see, based off the stochastic, I wouldn't enter this, because even it looks like we're breaking out bullishly, but we might mess around in these regions for a little bit more. Like, if we can close like 2 or 3 candlesticks above this, maybe get above our 50 EMA. Again, if we get like above our 50 EMA and things are looking, see, like this is what I would want. Let's say I were to enter a long, right? I would want to close above the 50 EMA, the stick, right on the 1 minute, and I'd also want the stochastic to be on the low side here. That way, that would look like a that would be like a good entry point in my book, and then I'd perhaps like target like the tops of these wicks or this EMA right here, which, let's say, you know, it could be a 0.7% move, for example, right? And you know, you might say to yourself, 0.7%, that's not that much, but 0.7% is pretty good, especially for a scalp, especially if you're leverage trading. I trade leverage. I don't recommend you trade leverage. I don't recommend you trade at all unless you're very knowledgeable in tactical analysis and your experience. Trading is very risky. That's what I would do. So guys, I hope you've gained something from this. That's it for now. I've rambled on long enough. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share, and hit that bell icon to be notified of new uploads. That's it for now, y'all. Take care.